Navigating technology hype cycles requires not just staying informed, but sometimes capitalizing on perceptions, even if the substance isn't quite there. And while industry best practices focus on strategic alignment and measurable value, less ethical players have found ways to manufacture demand and project a sense of inevitability around the emerging technologies like generative AI and agentic AI. So I got to be a bit careful here because obviously I'm talking about in generalities. I'm not talking about people I've worked for in the past and things like that. But it's really kind of something I've seen going on for pretty much all my career. In other words, if a hype cycle is starting to occur, people are talking about a technology trend. Many organizations, specifically big consulting organizations, make it an art form in terms of how they jump in front of the parades. And someone told me that one time and it always stuck with me. In other words, I asked a partner at a big consulting firm, this is many years ago, what you do. And he said, I find parades and jump in front of them. And that hit me, as a reality is at the end of the day, they're not necessarily creating the trends, but they're spotting trends that are occurring in the space, in this case, technological space. It could be client server, rise of the internet, service-oriented architecture, EAI, which obviously had a huge hand in, and now cloud computing, now AI, blockchain, metaverse, things like that. And figure out not only how to jump in front of the parades, but manipulate them. In other words, create them in your own way of thinking so that you have clients follow you, which is what the big consulting firms are looking to do because that's how they make money. So it's kind of an art form, and I figured I'd kind of break it apart for you in terms of what I know and how it happens out there so you can understand where the information is coming from, what it means, and make your own decisions around it.